Right, everyone, today we are settling the debate. Which game has the better graphics, Gran Turismo or Forza? This is the ultimate graphics comparison video. By the end of this, you are going to know definitively which is the best looking racing game. And before all of you say, oh, he's sponsored, because half you say I'm sponsored by Gran Turismo, half you say I'm sponsored by Forza, which company would let me make this video wearing an Xbox t-shirt in a PlayStation jacket? How about I'm actually not sponsored by anyone, I'm just a random bloke in my bedroom trying to let you know which game you should or should not be spending your hard-earned money on. So we're going to have a look here, start off with the Corvette, E-Ray versus Stingray, Gran Turismo also always on the right, and you saw there we had the head-up display only in Gran Turismo. Now this footage here in this Toyota, or now we switched to an Audi, have a look at the helmet on the right-hand side in Gran Turismo, just sort of chattering away. Very unusually smooth on the left-hand side. The shadows as well look very jaggy on Forza. Look at the shadows over the glove there. And also looks like some low-quality sort of detailing on the race suit. Here we're in Barcelona. This is the meme car on the left, isn't it? Isn't that the meme Evo? I have to say, Gran Turismo for me is winning that comparison. Something does not look right about Forza on the left. People say, oh, Forza looks like a mobile game. Not quite there. Here we go again in the Corvette. Spa on the right. Look at the reflections. We just get subtle reflections on the inside of the window. And we also have the head-up display. Can you see that head-up display on the right-hand side? Why do we not have that on the left? There we got some reflections. But this is a great comparison, really. Which is a better looking game? It's a bit like Formula 1 when two different cars, are really closely separated, because these are two completely different games on two different platforms. And I have to say, you got to admit it's a close battle, right? You got to admit it's a close battle. Let me know in the comments which one you're thinking is looking better. I think generally we have more track detailing in Forza. You can see Trial Mountain on the right. We've got Suzuka on the left. The steering wheel, does that look realistic on the left-hand side, or does it just look a little bit gamey? Oh, it's a real tough one here. Have a look at these sort of steering wheels. Look at the interior lighting. I have to say, the reflections on the inside on Forza, should be fully ray traced. That's pretty good. But again, look at the quality of shadows that go over the wheel on the right hand side here. I feel, and look at you can almost feel the material. It's different. That's some Alcantara on the right hand side, but I feel like you can just feel that better. I think. Oh my goodness, that drive model on the right is so basic. Hang on a second. Back to this interior view here. Looking around. Oh, some people are saying Forza looks a bit more washed out. And that could be a more realistic view. Sometimes Gran Turismo can look oversaturated. Here on the right, it now arguably looks like undersaturated. It's got a very weird lighting model. And you see the fine mist on the left-hand side there. I don't think Gran Turismo ever really captures that fine mist anywhere. But you want to hear from me. You want to hear those sound bites. Is it going to be Xbox? Is it going to be PlayStation? I'm going to have to give that interior view. I'm going to have to give that one to Xbox. Here we go with some open cockpit views here. Great footage. We've got the best footage you're going to see anywhere on YouTube. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to see. Look at the reflections there on left-hand side. That's pretty impressive. I've never seen anything like that in Gran Turismo. And even here you can see the light shining off the sort of rubbered lines we get on the left-hand side at Maple Valley. I don't really ever get that. I never get sort of shiny rubber. Even though we do get shiny puddles after it's rained and then the sun comes out, but you never really get that view of the rubber on the track. I mean, they're two very good looking games. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it at all. You see it's more jerky in Gran Turismo. We saw that with the helmet as well. Forza's obviously going for a bit more of a smoother view, so that's down to personal preference. When I've driven a GT3 car in real life, it felt very, very, very smooth. When you look back in my footage, my head is going like this all the time, like I'm a bobble doll. But again, look at the track here. Look at the reflections off the track. You just don't really get any of that on the right-hand side. I don't know if that's some of the ray tracing. Also tends to be a lot more draw distance in a lot of the Forza tracks, which you don't get as much in Gran Turismo. I think we're at Tsukuba in Gran Turismo on the right side, which has like zero draw distance. This is the clearest one for me where I'm like, this is a win for Gran Turismo. Is there anyone in the comments who's going to give this one a win for Forza? I mean, let me know if so. But Forza, look at that dial. There's something very mobile gamey about that one, I have to say. It's not quite doing it for me. you know what? I've been slating Gran Turismo recently, but this footage here, this one here, if you really compare them, look at the way the trees on the right hand side look very gamey compared to left hand side. Look at the trees for me. Oh man, I just don't know. I think the reality is, look at the way the reflections in the helmet are not as high FPS as what we get on the outside. That's very common. That's just saving, saving computing resource. But the grass on the left there looks so good. Looks so good. We've got that's lime rock, isn't it, on the left hand side versus Spa. And again, we get like a sort of moody depth and mist on the left hand side. I just don't know. You want to hear from me which one I think is a better looking game. I think they're better looking in different ways. I feel like the materials are better in Gran Turismo. Look at the gloves. You feel like you can feel the Alcantara gloves and the Alcantara steering wheel. I don't feel like that's real carbon fiber. And if that's meant to be Alcantara to the left of the carbon fiber in Forza, I'm just not feeling it at all. Like, that is not very convincing. Whereas the one on the right hand side, this is all captured in 4K, by the way. So on balance, everyone, so far, I'm going to give this to... I'm going to give it... I want to see a bit more. I just want to see a little bit more. That one definitely goes towards Gran Turismo. Like, you can't call me biased for that. And I'm looking here at the Corvette, comparing the details. I mean, there's something... The lighting's not right on the left-hand side. Let's be honest. That lighting on the left, it's just not... I don't think it's as realistic as we got on the right. But that is just horrendous for Gran Turismo. I mean, that is obscenely bad. Like, what are they doing there? Oh my goodness, look at the shadows going on the car. We've got some optical flow stuff here. We can slow the footage down as well. I mean, you guys and girls, let me know in the comments. You're the judge ultimately, Forza Gran Turismo. But I'm going to say, in the ultimate graphic showdown, I think I'm going to have to give it to Gran Turismo. I think Forza looks really good in certain conditions. But that interior on Forza is so nice there. Look at the carbon fiber wheel. Look at the way you got the reflections inside the car. Oh, man. But I played so much Gran Turismo over the years. I can see the bits where it's not quite as good when you look at the trees or the edge of the track. I mean, Forza here through the chicane at Watkins Glen. I mean, how good does this look? How good does this look? This is Forza again. We've got the Supra ahead of us. I mean, this is way more detailed. Is that fire as well? Look at the smoke coming off here at Laguna Seca. We've got a big crash. Look at the depth of field as well. I don't know. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it to